first house we built. And then my house was the second house. So I moved in 2006, the 6th of January, I moved into my house. From there, we first built the subsidized houses. I also opted to build with the people who were subsidy group as well. This line, I was the only one living there. There was no houses at all.
So I bought a plot in 2000 and in the early 2000s when that was possible. And then only was able to come and live and build in 2013. So it took a bit longer, but all this time I knew this is the kind of community village that I want to be part of. Well, I was drawn to the vision of the village right at the start. I met Mark and Eve in 1999 when they were still looking for a site. And I was very drawn to this vision of the combination of soul, and society. It just really felt like this is what we need in South Africa.
Basically, it was just a space where people can decide how to live and live in a mixed group, mixed income. Where I think a dream place where you can just have people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different ways of living, and then you come in together to live, to try and find a way of understanding also the sustainability monster that everybody now is buzzing about.
Within like a 5-minute walk, you can meet with people from really quite different backgrounds and different cultural but also class backgrounds.
We want the mixed income so that our children can also be integrated into the village, and that work for our children, it works amazing. The adults need to learn, but for the children, they just click when they come into the village.
I think the attempt to actually have families coming together from different racial and cultural and class backgrounds and live together in the South African context, that is pretty radical. Obviously very difficult in practice, but also very meaningful, to feel like we are trying to reverse or to transform the segregated spatial apartheid that still is very pervasive in South Africa. Yeah, so we've got the sandbag eco-beam construction. Next door we have an adobe brick house, one of the early houses. Actually across the road we've got another adobe brick. Next door we actually have a steel steel frame house with a lot of wood as well. And then just next to that we have recycled bricks. And then just on the other side we have a wooden house. So in this little cluster of homes we actually have about 5 or 6 different building types.
My house is adobe bricks, mud and straw. When we started choosing, for instance, what materials, we didn't know what to look for. When you thought of a mud house, you just thought of those houses that are just about to fall off. When we come and live here, it was really new, and we need to learn how to live in clay houses. And I know when we sit and have the meetings about the clay houses, I dreamt of my house. When the rain comes, my house is standing there by the railway. And then that guy, we have a guy, his name was Luke, who come from McGregor to help us with the clay houses because they are professionals in living in clay houses. And then we go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. But today, I won't give my house away for millions and millions of years because I feel I live in a palace. When it are the degrees that we have today, then the houses inside is so cool and nice to go into. Those that chose to use Adobe never appreciated Adobe because they were not sure actually what is this, especially those who were in the subsidy. They only appreciated their houses the day Veronica's house got burned. That's the only day that they realized, wow, because across the road there was also a house that also got burned, around the same time. And that house, it was a brick house. It was on the ground. But this one stood firmer, and it was harder. But this clay house just gets stronger and stronger.
was so proud of loving. I'm loving the class. Oh, that was amazing.
From that time, then I started seeing the difference in the people who have the same houses, saying, wow, one a house.
Yeah, definitely. Yo.
In the Constitution, we went point by point, all of us together, trying to understand what the Constitution of this place is all about. What is it that we are saying we want to live by? For instance, when we were talking about Jesus, not everybody can afford Jesus, but we understood that everybody must have a solar geyser. And so we debated, we talked about it. There was that, and so that's, for me, that was the genuine part of being in the village, because we had to all together find a solution. Later on, you could hear people that really were not original people that started the village, and now and then you say, no, if people can't afford this, then they must go. They don't belong here, and they don't understand that that's the main reason, because we wanted a model that could show that poor people, rich people, all different types of people can live together. And so now when you say people can't afford, they must leave, then it just shows that you never understood what this place is all about in the first place.
But it really is up to the family joining us to become involved and to decide whether they really want to stay. And over the years that I've been here, we've had a handful of families leaving, mostly white middle-class families leaving, because I think it was just too challenging to deal with issues on such a daily basis. It sometimes is a bit too much, all the detail, but there's a sense of community with all the shortcomings.
We have arguments about dogs, and we had arguments, but in the eco-village we have that difficulties, but we work through it. If I don't want to talk to you today, I just ignore you. But tomorrow I will go and I will greet you, but even if we have the dynamics, we can live together.
People coming to live in a village like this, we said a village. We didn't say you coming to live at disaster, whereby you still have your wall, you still have this, you coming to live with people. And there'll be issues that you don't agree with. And even if you don't agree with those issues, it's okay to disagree.
I think for me the favorite thing about this village is the fact that we are so diverse, and that I've made friends with people from different backgrounds as neighbors, and that it's quite a natural friendship that has grown because we actually live together. And for me, that would not have been possible in a typical white Afrikaner middle-class neighborhood.
I come here, I can relax. I can be in my space, and no one is going to rush me or force me to do anything. You don't feel that rush that is there all the time. And I'm peaceful here, regardless of other issues that there may be.
Well, my favorite part is the calmness, to be with my family, to be at peace, and to be myself. And people know in the village, you can't change the horse. The horse is a horse and klaar. That is me.
I think what I love about it is the sense that we are part of something trying to make a difference in a practical way, not just talking about it. We're actually trying to live a different kind of community where apartheid is not the way we organize our lives.